Before you watch this episode, be sure to click the subscribe button and share with your friends. Namaste. I welcome Mrs. Manga Anantatmula to my home and our studio. She's an extraordinary guest. I will introduce her a little bit, but let me just tell you briefly. She's a senior official in the US Army, a triple minority, being female, being an ethnic minority, and being a practicing Hindu, a very public identity she has. So this is very interesting, and welcome to this show.
Namaskar, Rajiv ji. I'm really honored to be here. You have been my guru and role model for a very long time. I've never imagined that one day there would be a time when I would be sitting with you and talking to you in conversation on platforms where we have similar thought process and for the betterment of our community. And this is really an honor to be with you. I'm really very happy to be with you.
Well, it's my honor because, I've never had a guest so interesting. I mean, I'll tell you that. People fit a certain mold, a certain the slot they fit. Here is a person who doesn't fit easily because she's as American as it gets, very loyal to the US Army, exceedingly patriotic towards being a Hindu. She's one of the leaders in an organization called American Hindu Coalition. We will talk about that. She's raised in her childhood in Chennai, married to a Telugu gentleman, has a son who is in the US Navy, so it's an American military family. So with this kind of a headline, I think people are curious to know more. So let me ask you, what is your position in the US Army?
In the US Army, I'm an acquisition subject matter expert and the PM lead.
What is the PM lead?
Acquisitions of the US Army division that we are doing for. I lead the entire effort, the team of people, entire effort for any acquisition that comes across for Southwest Asia, the Europe, Pacific, and Hawaii.
What kind of things are you acquiring for the US Army? Is it missiles? Is it computers, networks? What kind of things?
I may not be able to talk to you more in detail, but I'll just give you what we do.
Whatever you are allowed to talk.
Yes.
Just broad categories.
We do a lot of network and quite a bit of missile technology.
Okay.
And a lot of other acquisitions that we do.
Okay. So this is for wherever the US military is engaged.
Yes.
So would you include Korea, South Korea?
Yes. We have in South Korea, we have in Afghanistan, Iraq, Japan.
So all the hotspots.
Kuwait, yes.
So whether it is the fight in in Iraq, Afghanistan,
yes,
that's within
we have
your
our
territory.
Footprints in lots
you have your
of
footprint
countries.
there, Afghanistan.
Even in Europe, the entire Europe, we have several footprints there too.
So this is a very important position, and it's. I'm saying this for a reason because somebody in this kind of important, very sensitive, responsible position. Bringing in the advanced technology procurement for the US Army in all these hotspots from Korea, Pacific, Japan, all of that, yes, to Afghanistan, Iraq, those sort of places, and Europe, is part of our heritage, a person of our tradition. And we're very proud of you. How does it feel being a triple minority in the US Army? Being a woman, I think lots of people are women in the Army. So they have, yes, the guys are used to having women.
Yes.
And being an ethnic minority also, I mean, there's blacks, there's Hispanics, so, okay, so now there's Indians. But being a religious minority, how do you feel? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel you have your rights? Do you feel that you are intimidated, you better not be a Hindu? Do you feel that way or do you feel okay?
No, I don't feel that way at all. I think I am very much welcomed by people around me. Yes, I am a minority, I am a Hindu, but I've also made my identity as an American Hindu, and everybody knows that I practice Hinduism as my faith, and I've never felt that I'm being discriminated or anyway treated differently as a minority, I'm very much welcome. It all comes to how you are projecting yourself and how confident about yourself you are. And then also it comes to displaying your loyalties for the
and mutual
nation.
respect.
Absolutely, there is a lot of mutual respect.
So the message you will hear in this discussion is that Hindus can and should assert their identity openly and publicly with pride and not be embarrassed and not have to sort of compromise. And we should be a kind of a beacon for mutual respect. Because in our tradition, we have nothing that says you cannot respect other people and ask them to respect you.
Yes.
So that's one of the good things, and you are a good ambassador in the US military for our heritage, and that's wonderful.
Thank you, thank you. And everything has to start with respect. Everything has to start with acceptance. If you have accepted yourself as what you are, there is absolutely no problem for other people around you to accept you.
So do they know that you'll be celebrating Diwali?
Yes.
They know that?
Yes, they know I celebrate Diwali, and every day I wear my sindoor and go.
Very good.
And
to work?
Yes, I do wear my sindoor in my mang and go every day to work. And they have asked me in the beginning why I do that. The moment I explain to them the significance of my sindoor, any day if I'm in a hurry and I forgot or it has worn off, they would even allow me to go home and put the sindoor and come back if I didn't carry that with me. That's how important they think are my traditions, my lifestyle. It's just as important as their wedding band. If I want to go home and put my sindoor and come back, they would always allow me to, and they would remind me, did you forget? No, you should remember to keep some in the office.
See, this is, I want people to know this. This is a very important aspect of being American, that as long as you are confident about your identity, you're able to explain your identity, people respect it. It's our people often who are ashamed, embarrassed, don't want to talk about it, and since they don't have enough knowledge about the other side, how to present ourselves in a proper way, therefore they feel afraid also. But clearly you've outgrown all of that.
Yes,
I mean, you don't have
made
this.
a very excellent point, not knowing the right knowledge of our own traditions, why we do things, why we have so many gods. Of course, when you don't know yourself, you are not in a position to explain that to Americans.
So then the person who doesn't know, they start compromising.
Yes.
They run away, they compromise, or they overdo it, get too aggressive, so they just don't know how to project positively.
Yes. It hurts their self-esteem immediately when they cannot answer a question or they cannot explain a tradition that we follow. For example, there's somebody in a break room. I was making my tea and they asked me, oh, you have so many gods. I said, yes. That is teaching us environmentally friendly. A tree is a god.
Right.
Because without trees, we wouldn't survive.
Right.
And the reason why they have attached one animal to one god is to
Everyone
respect
is sacred.
Animals.
All of them are sacred.
Yes,
yeah.
Because all is environmental and life cycle of life we need to respect, because without them we wouldn't survive as humans on this planet.
So the good thing is you are answering a question in a way that they can relate to.
Exactly.
Which would be different than talking amongst ourselves, because you have to talk in their context.
Exactly.
You have to, and they are very environmentally friendly, they respect animals, nature. So this idea in our tradition of multiplicity of deities and so many parts of nature being deified, it has a positive message. And
Yes,
people appreciate that.
And do people, of course they respect it. And some people even want to know more about our Hinduism. And they are even willing to follow Hinduism, because I tell them this is our way of life. You don't respect water, you will pollute your rivers and drinking water reservoirs. So even water is a god.
Yes, sacred.
Fire is God.
Yes.
Fire is God. It is sacred. Because without fire, you wouldn't have food.
Right. So basically, rather than running away from your identity, you are well informed, confident, and you're able to explain in a very nice, mutually respectful way to those who are interested, and you're finding that practicing as the identity of American Hindu does not create any ruffled feathers, any problems in the US Army.
No, it doesn't.
This is a pretty important message for our people to understand all this.
Yes, it's very important, and they have accepted me as what I am. And I've been to those annual ball, which is a big event for US Army, US Navy, Marine Corps, and everybody. They have their own balls, and I've made sure that I always go there in my sari. I don't wear a dress and go. I wear my sari in
Wonderful.
a traditional dress and go. I mean, and for the first time, I think it was maybe in 2014, for the first time I decided I wanted to go for a Navy ball, and I wondered what I want to wear, and I very comfortably, very willingly, I wore my sari and went there, and for the first time they were shocked, and after a few minutes they were very relaxed. They got used to seeing a sari because that's the first time they have seen an ethnic person, a different, diverse person in their formal ball. So, and then in the next 1 hour or so, there are so many people around me coming and taking pictures with me with their partners. So it's all how comfortable and how eloquent you try to make yourself look and talk and comfortably and be just very comfortable in what you say and how you carry yourself. I think there is absolutely no problem from them accepting us or
Yes.
accepting me.
Wonderful.
I've been accepted very well.
Very good. So, how are you were raised in Chennai?
Yes.
You mentioned. So, how old were you when you came to the US, and when did you join the army?
I came to US when I was 26, 27.
So, your education was in India?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I was raised in Chennai, and I went to schools and colleges in Chennai.
So, you are fluent in Tamil?
Yes, I
Okay.
can speak very well Tamil, and I can even read and write Tamil.
Okay.
And my father was traveling a lot, so I got to travel and live in northern part of India. So he taught us Urdu and Hindi. So we learned to embrace
Different languages?
different languages, different cultures, and it has become part of our life to accept several cultures and be comfortable with your own.
Right. So, when you came to the US, you enrolled in the army. Or were you single at that time or married?
No, I've been already married, and I had my son when I first came here.
Okay.
Then I worked for several years in federal government.
Other jobs?
Yes, other jobs in the federal government and everything. And I think it was in 2013 I first got a call from
The
a
Army.
company, yes, from the Marine Corps. I didn't think that they were very serious. I refused to take the calls and everything, and then they were very persistent, and when I returned the call, somebody had referred my name to them to come work for them, and that's how my military career has started.
And you're happy?
Ever since,
You're a happy employee?
I think I'm a very happy employee there. I'm very happy. It gives me a sense of pride, sense of purpose. My son also being in US military, it makes us a US military family, and this is our home.
See, this is very important, because sometimes I come across Hindus who are sort of wanting to live in a cocoon, barricade themselves, hide in some geography or some very isolated way, and they feel that if we go out too much from back home and away from our community, that we'll dilute our dharma. But here is an example: no dilution of dharma, no dilution of identity, and she's halfway around the world in United States Army and very relaxed about it.
Yes.
So this is an important point I want to make, because
Yes.
I always feel that if we want to globalize our dharma, then we need global ambassadors everywhere. in all
True.
countries, in all situations, and they should be very relaxed about who we are. I mean, after all, Christianity is globalized. Islam is globalized.
Yes.
I mean, they don't feel that you got to be of a certain ethnicity or in order to be part of their faith, or you have to be loyal to one particular country. You could be part of any system,
Yes.
any institution, and practice your faith. And that's how we globalize Hindu dharma.
Yes, you have said it very well. More you go out, more the possibility of grounding yourself to your own dharma.
Very good point.
Very comfortable.
Rather than diluting yourself, you become more grounded.
Yes.
Because when you have to teach other people, when you have to represent to other people, answer their
Absolutely.
questions, it actually makes you stronger.
Yes, that's what made me go seek more knowledge. That's how I started following you, learning more about our Sanatana Dharma. I've been reading Mahabharata. I've been reading the true translation of Mahabharata and Ramayana. So what I have learned is we still can follow the same principles. What is taught in Mahabharata, and translate it to your daily routines
Yes.
at work and in your daily personal life.
Good. So rather than just memorizing some text for what happened then, the idea is you learn the spirit and the message and apply it to today's context.
Absolutely.
So this is the Kurukshetra.
Yes.
This is the Kurukshetra, and you're applying the text in this Kurukshetra,
Yes.
how you engage, how you make decisions, how you conduct yourself.
Yes, and in my own career, I have made lots of changes the way I was functioning and I was managing and I was looking at my own career, taking the clues and what is being propagated in our Mahabharata.
Right.
I may not be able to do the same with Ramayana because those are very high standards, but Mahabharata is always relatable.
Very applicable
It's
today.
Very applicable.
Yes.
And you can use those management concepts and leadership concepts from Mahabharata and Ramayana. In fact, I even conducted a leadership workshop for American Hindu Coalition that I'm representing to coach and mentor other leaders within the organization, taking the concepts from Mahabharata and Ramayana. I had to think about it, how to bring in. I had to actually find the right people to bring that to table.
So Mangaji, what I want to discuss now is Tamil identity politics on the world stage. It seems to have become a very complex thing. Now there are Tamilians in many countries, of course, and Tamil is a great language, and I as a Bharatiya respect it and love it. I'm very proud of all the cultures of India or wherever they've gone in the world. What do you think of the Tamil identity politics living here in North America?
There are Tamilians not only from India, there are from Sri Lanka, from Mauritius, Singapore, and all of these people are really struggling to, establish their own identity.
Right.
They have come away from those countries and now they are trying to find their own identity, like Hindus are trying to find their own identity in
Correct.
US.
So tell us, what do you think is the politics behind all this? Is it to separate the Tamils from the rest of the people of our heritage? What do you think is going on in this Pongal Day, considering it as Pongal Day and celebrating it the whole month as Tamil month and so on?
Yes, it is definitely politicized in a way to separate. Where does this Tamilian come from? They're all part of Hindu heritage.
Right.
But declaring it as Tamil Heritage Month, I can definitely see the regional breakup without mentioning which country they are from.
Or which faith this Pongal is from.
Which faith this Pongal is from, that's exactly the biggest question. Instead of attaching it to a Hindu, they would go with a Tamilian heritage. That is definitely a separatist agenda that somebody is carrying on, declaring it as a Tamil Heritage Month. And this has nothing to do with our own Tamil brothers and sisters trying to break away from India. Is that the message? No. Is that the intent of our Indian Tamil brothers and sisters? I don't think so. They are very much feeling part of India. They are patriotic. They are very traditionally inclined to our Sanatan Dharma.
So, just to clarify, Pongal is a pan-Hindu, is a Tamil version of a pan-Hindu festival.
Yes.
Right. So, it's sort of like if Christmas were celebrated a little differently in Africa and Latin America and all that.
Right.
And then somebody tried to say that this is December 25 is Latin American Day.
Right.
You know, the Christians would mind it because they would say this is a pan-Christian thing. Everybody, maybe you celebrate a little differently because climate is different and whatnot. So Pongal is the Tamil version of a pan-Hindu, pan-Indian festival.
Yes.
So why specifically brand it as Tamil festival and make it official part of Canadian government policy that this is going to be called Tamil Heritage Month when it is actually a Hindu heritage? Is that the issue?
Yes, that's absolutely the issue that I see in here. Is this agenda to break Tamilians away from India?
Create a separate sense of that we will, if you start looking at yourself as a separate identity, we will give you facilities, we'll give you a holiday, we'll give you honor, we'll give you respect. Whereas the overall unified Hinduism, we don't want to touch, we don't want to help.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to say.
Yes, yes. There are people who are catching up, especially people who are following you are more well informed than the rest of the crowd who are not following you. Then how would they take that?
Right.
They would take that as a Tamilian.
They would take it as pride. They would say, wow, these guys are helping me. But because they don't see the big picture.
Yes. They don't see the big picture. All of us have love for our own spoken language.
Right.
And they have that sense of pride. And everybody should have the sense of pride for their mother tongue.
Right.
But that doesn't make them the traitors who wants to break away from India. But that kind of image and the defense they are trying to put our Indian Tamils in this context is very conniving.
So you know what's happened is, majority of Tamil people I know are in a dilemma. They are wanting to get guidance.
Right.
Because they are being bombarded with this separatist message and incentives.
Right.
But they have the dharma. They want to be loyal to their dharma.
Yes.
And there are these moves to glorify some separatist identity.
Right.
So I think it's a very important project for us to work on.
Definitely.
The American Hindu Coalition, when you see an aspect of Hinduism being taken away and mixed with some racism, separatism, ethnicity, I think there's an issue. There's an issue for the American Hindu Coalition to stand up and take a position on it, and I will help you with that. So it's, I think, a very important project for American Hindu Coalition and me, our organization, to work together on this, to inform people of all languages from India, all different kinds of Hindu dharma that they are practicing, different deities, about the importance of unity, about the centrifugal forces trying to pull us apart,
right.
What are the agendas and why we should resist it and how to answer back. So this is something where if you want to set up forums, I'll come and address them. If it's a forum in Washington, AHC, the American Hindu Coalition wants to put up, I will come. If you want to set up a forum for Tamilians, I will come. We can work on it together.
Thank
because
you.
It's something very important to do.
Definitely. People like yourself should come and educate people. You should let people know what exactly is happening to them. They are victimized.
Yes.
Our own Indian origin people might
they're being exploited.
Yes.
And they're vulnerable because they're new here and they may not have all the knowledge.
Exactly. And do they mean to hurt our Hindu dharma cause? Absolutely not. If my destiny has to take me back anytime to India, Tamil Nadu would be my chosen place to be.
Excellent.
For the traditions and the values they carry.
Very good. So, yes to Tamil, no to separatism.
Yes.
That's
No to separatism. Definitely yes for Tamil.
Yes.
They are part of our brotherhood. They do have a lot of integrity and patriotism for India, and they are very well grounded with our Sanatana Dharma.
Very good.
They cannot be let separated.
So support us. Infinity Foundation is trying to do all we can within our resources. Here is one more alliance with the American Hindu Coalition. We want to join forces, help them. So if you support us, we can do more work with them on projects of this sort. I think you are the perfect ambassador for American Hinduism and unity of all the Hindus from various parts of India, various origins, and a beacon for Tamilians.
Yes.
Because here is somebody in the heart of the American establishment, a senior person in the US Army, who carries her identity with pride, her Tamil identity, her Hindu identity, all of these things, and not willing to compromise, not having problems because she's so assertive and so clear. So this is actually a very good role model for us.
Thank you.
And I really want to thank you for coming. And just if there's any final statement about whatever you want is on your mind, you have the final word.
Yes. I would definitely want all of my Hindu brotherhood and sisterhood to join us. I'm actually representing 800,000 Indian H-1B visa green card holders who are in the pipeline.
Oh.
They have not been given their green cards in the last 20 years, between 5 to 20 years. And their children are going out of the status. What is going to happen to them?
So you're representing them?
Yes.
You're taking this issue?
Yes, I'm taking this issue. I have been to several legislative offices and congressman's office. The First Amendment right in the US Constitution is about the religious freedom.
Good.
By Constitution, we have the right to choose our faith.
Yes.
So we are not going out of bounds to become divisive. We are within the boundaries of what has been given to us as a constitutional right.
So we're being very American.
Yes.
This is the American way.
This is the American
Every
way.
identity should speak for itself.
Yes.
I mean, there are religious identities, there are sexual orientation, gay type identities, there's women identities, there's Italian Americans. I mean, there's all kind of identities. And they all have a right to represent themselves positively.
Yes,
there's nothing un-American.
Yes, it is very American to represent ourselves.
Yes.
This is not, American Hindu Coalition is not a divisive
It
organization.
is not un-American, it is a very patriotic, this is what America is.
Is.
And those who say, oh, you're living, sometimes people write to me and say, oh, how can you be living in America and doing all these things? Won't they do this to you, do that to you? No. You may be used to some other country where these things aren't allowed, maybe some Middle East country where they have dictators or whatever.
Yes.
But as far as the United States is concerned, identities, especially religious identities, are exceedingly solid, robust. And we are being good Hindus and good Americans if we assert that.
Yes.
I would also say that Hinduism brings a lot of benefits to the United States.
Yes.
I mean, we brought yoga. There's a whole lot on the kind of sattvic diet. There is so much on environmentalism,
yes.
respect for the elderly, families.
Yes.
The dharma brings so many values that will enrich America.
Yes.
And already America has been enriched, sometimes acknowledged and sometimes not acknowledged. That's another topic of mine. But the idea that being more Hindu makes you less American is a wrong idea.
It's a very wrong idea.
Yes.
And acknowledging, if you don't acknowledge, others are not going to acknowledge us.
Yes.
And that's where Hindu Coalition comes in, representing Hindus who are 5 million American Hindus in this country.
5 million American Hindus.
American Hindus.
Because while 3 point some million are from India, but you are saying there's also from other places.
Yes.
Trinidad.
Guyana,
Fiji,
yes. There are about 15 countries where our Hindu population are represented. They're all part of this coalition. Where are we separating anybody?
Right.
No, we are. This organization is about bringing everybody together.
Right. So one thing that I found very interesting is you are lobbying in Washington for political support for Hinduism on the part of both parties.
Yes.
So tell me how that is working.
So far it has been good. I've been meeting and talking to Democratic congressmen and also the Republican congressmen. My observation and understanding goes, what we need to do going forward is to have a strong ally for Hindus. Who will be our good ally? I will let people decide. I'll be bringing the facts to people. I will be making some videos or articles and bringing it to people.
So you're bipartisan?
Yes.
So if a person of either party in the United States
Yes.
is supporting Hindu agenda, Hindu manifesto, what we want,
Yes.
You will say, let's support them.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter, you're not party X versus Y, it's a pro-Hindu person is the one you want to support.
Yes. Yes. Who will recognize us for our identity?
Right.
And who aligns with our values
Right.
is also an important factor.
Right. And this is why if we start dividing the 5 million Hindus into, this region of India, that region, this language, while we want to celebrate all that diversity is beautiful, but when we are here together representing all 5 million to the American political system,
Yes.
we have greater power.
Yes. We have greater power in unity and
Yes.
not divisiveness. And this is not about dividing people or regions. This is about bringing all of Hindus together. I don't mind which country they are coming from. If they are all following Sanatana Dharma and Hinduism, they are all under one umbrella. And we need an identity. That's what we are trying to create in Washington, D.C. through this American Hindu Coalition, which I am part of.
So in conclusion, I want all of us, all our supporters to know that Infinity Foundation supports what she's doing. When you support Infinity Foundation, it is these kinds of alliances with affiliated third parties, aligned third parties that you're also supporting. So be generous, support us, and we will keep working together.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaste.
And I'm looking forward to you being part of American Hindu Coalition at a very special level. And we will discuss about it. And we want your alliance with American Hindu Coalition to make us all successful and establish our own identity as
Wonderful.
American Hindus.
I can commit to you that I'll be there. You let me know whatever activities you'd like me to be part of.
Thank you.
I'll be there.
Thank you.
Thank you so
we
much.
are looking forward to be working with you
And
closely.
namaste.
Namaskar.